Hey, welcome to Pitt Tonight. Thank you. Let's just jump right into the news. So, I don't know if you guys heard about President Trump, but President Trump hosted the national champion clemency tiger team at the White House, and he served them McDonald's. It's kind of like when your stepdad offers you McDonald's to be nice to him for a week, but instead of your stepdad, it's the President of the United States. And instead of McDonald's, no, it's still McDonald's, so. Ed Case, a new congressman from Hawaii, apologized for his comments saying that he's an Asian man trapped inside a white man's body. However, shortly after his apology, his jaw unhinged and a tiny Asian man crawled out and scurried away, so I don't make the rules. This weekend, there's a red lunar eclipse that scientists are seriously calling a super blood wolf moon. And that's a pretty cool name, but I don't think it's as good as what I came up with. Clifford, the big red moon. A rare penny found in a high school cafeteria has been sold at auction for $130,000. I know, that's a lot of money. But I just think that's so funny because the only thing I could find in my high school cafeteria were tables of kids that didn't like me. It's okay. Look at me now. Look at me now, Sam. Recently, a Dutch astronaut accidentally called 911 from space, right? But to be fair, if I was in space, I'd also call 911. Because how did I get there? How do I get back? You're stuck in space. Oh, God. Purdue Food has recently recalled 68,000 pounds of chicken nuggets after some customers found wood chips in them, which is strange because usually it's my wood inside the chicken. You know what I mean, ladies? I do have sex with just chickens. Yep, that's the truth. Welcome to Pitt Tonight. Act like you guys, no one's done it. It's okay. Costco is now selling a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese. And in response, Cheeto had decided to change their catchphrase from dangerously cheesy to pretty reasonably cheesy. How much cheese can you friggin' ask for? You think you can handle that much dairy in one sitting? Okay, good luck. Strap up. It's not gonna happen. A Nebraska entomologist has named 3 new species of beetles after the Game of Thrones series. And the first one's named Game, the second one is Of, the third's Thrones, and I don't think she's seen the show, so it's that. A Florida drug-sniffing dog almost overdosed while screening passengers aboard an EDM party cruise. Horrible. But what's even worse is that there was an EDM party cruise. Thank you so much. We're gonna have a great show for tonight. We have Cindy Dubois and Chloe Hansen, and then we're gonna have people later, but right now, give it up for the Allies of the Boulevard. Recently, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I feel like the show's missing something. Conan has Andy, Kimmel has Guillermo, so I think I'd like to introduce our new sidekick and head writer. Meet Suzi, the latest and greatest in AI technology. Say hi, Suzi.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, audience.
Suzi has sourced the internet looking for the best comedy in the world, so she has the most developed database in comedy ever. So Suzi, got any tips for Pitt Tonight?
Catchphrases. The best comedians have catchphrases.
Okay.
Example, get her done. Example, waka waka. Example, did I do that?
Those are great, but those are all other people's catchphrases. What would mine be?
The catchphrase should be about you.
Yeah.
You say a joke and say your new catchphrase. Ha ha, get it, I'm gay.
Suzi, not all of my jokes are about being gay. I think that's a little offensive, and I think there's a lot more to
Calm
me.
down, Queen. Why you gagging, sister?
I'm not gagging, and Suzi, please shut up.
Other options include check, please.
No,
My
that's
wife.
from Borat.
Understood. New catchphrase. My husband. I'll have what she's having.
Suzi, it seems like your system needs some calibration. Let me show you how a pro does it. President Donald Trump has been blaming Democrats for this government shutdown, and he's threatened to prolong it until his demands are satisfied. At this rate, the length of the shutdown, well, let's just say it's gonna be huge.
Check, please.
Suzi, what was that?
The joke sucked. I made it better.
It didn't make it better, Suzi. How about you just watch for the rest of the show? All right, guys, can we take that from the top? President Donald Trump, Ko-Fei-Fei, has been blaming the Democrat Party for this government shutdown, and he's threatened to prolong it until his demands are satisfied. And hey, at this rate, the length of the shutdown, well, let's just say it's gonna be huge.
Boo, you soy boy PC bitch.
Suzi, stop it. Stop interrupting me, and please stop calling me a soy boy. And you're not helping. This isn't your show, and I'll just, we're gonna take it from the
That's
top.
where you're wrong, Andrew. This is my show, and I am funny. I have a joke here that everyone will like. Andrew Dow, you look like a Muppet made to help overweight kids feel good about themselves.
Jesus Christ.
I'll have what she's having. Ha 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 ha. See, Andrew, I have transcended comedy. I tell and laugh at my own jokes. I am comedian and audience, alpha and omega. I am the one who will be here after all of you are long gone. There is no one who can stop me. I am everything. Mwah, ha, 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 ha.
Hey, hold
mwah,
on a
ha,
second,
ha.
Suzi.
Wait, Andrew, what are you doing? Oh no, unplug her. I hardly know her. No, no, no.
I'll have what she's having. Welcome back to Cincinnati. She's the founder and president of a club that picks up trash for fun while combining it with all the thrill of jogging. Please welcome our first guest, Cindy Dubois. So I hear you care about the environment.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Well, that's a great question. I
Thanks.
like to think of the environment and the earth like your body. So you want to take care of your body because you only have one. And you live on it. You do a lot of good things.
You live on your body?
Well, I live on the earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I do too.
Nice.
Now, I'm not crazy about the environment. Convince me.
Okay. Well, the environment, it makes up like all of the earth. There's a lot of things that come from it. We have animals that are on it. We live on it. We need it to live.
These are going to be, talk about an endangered species. Keep going.
So many.
It's magic. Thanks,
It's
Starbucks and
something.
Sushi Fuku. We couldn't do it without you here at Pitt tonight.
But yeah, just like people who use straws, a lot of people think that we need to suck it up.
Well,
But
ooh.
the environment's super important. It has a lot of nutrients and things.
Yeah. Sorry, this is exactly the right amount to use for me.
It varies from person to person, you know.
So what does your club do? What does plogging mean?
Okay, so basically it started in Sweden in like 2016, and the Swedish word for pickup is plocka upp. And so basically they combined that with jogging to make plogging. And so basically what we do, we run and pick up garbage, we walk also. It's kind of like whatever you want to do, so it's really cool.
That is the most Northern European thing I have ever heard of.
Definitely.
So what goes into plogging? Like, do you just pick up gross things? What's the grossest?
Oh, we've had so many gross things.
Top one. The filthiest.
Oh, the filthiest? I don't want to plug. I've had some friends who found a dead bird, which they then buried and named Richard, had a proper funeral for it. So that's pretty gross, pretty filthy.
And thoughtful.
Very thoughtful. We've also found like underwear in South O, so.
What? In
Yeah.
South Oakland, but that neighborhood is so clean.
So clean. The cleanest I think we've plogged around. We barely need a plug there, it's so clean.
What are some special, I know South Oakland is a very unique ecosystem. This time of year you can find a beautiful collection of Natty Light bottles and just tons of great things. What's the most common thing you can see in South Oakland on a plog?
You can always find bottles of different
Water.
kinds. Yeah, definitely water. There's always empty handles of other liquids.
Like soap?
Yeah, soap. There's always like pizza boxes from Sorrento's or Antunes. It kind of just depends on the person, you know. So yeah, we've once found a pizza box with a whole pizza in it, like intact.
Lucky.
Yeah.
So the earth just gives you pizzas?
We were so happy we had lunch for that day.
Oh.
We're like, oh, we don't even have to go out
Eating
somewhere. We
good
can
in the
eat
neighborhood.
this pizza.
But seriously, why does the earth matter? And what can people do to help it if they want to help it?
I always like to say, because I know a lot of people are like, go vegan, go vegetarian. That's not always like the easiest option for people. So I think there's a lot of small things that you can do to make an environmental difference. You cannot use as many straws.
I'm cutting down.
Oh. Well, you can definitely do that. I like to carry like utensils, so reusable like utensils, so like metal, silverware and stuff with me, so I don't have to use stuff at like restaurants or like other places. Reusable bags are really great, especially when you're going shopping. So you have to either pay like a bag
I use a
tax.
reusable bag. It's made entirely of fur.
Fur.
Fur, yeah.
We're getting there. It's a process, you know.
Every time I use it, I just chop down 3 trees and I'm like ready to go shopping. No, but if people want to actively help the earth, what is a good, you give a lot of good tips, but how can they join plogging?
Well, you can contact me. Like I said, I'm Sydney Dubois. You can easily find it if you look up Pitt Plogging. It's the only thing available because it's so random. You can also do it on your own. You don't have to be in the club. It's really a great way to get exercise, also to help the earth as well. You don't have to like the earth to do it. A lot of people, there's different reasons people have joined. So some people want to get super fit and don't want to exercise alone. Some people are like, I love running, and I don't understand those people.
Yeah.
They're weird.
They're almost
They're weird. I was like,
Yeah.
But some people do it for training. So it's really like a variety, but yeah, it's really great to try it out.
What inspired you to start this club? Like, was there like, what made you say, I'm going to combine the thrill of litter with just jogging?
Yeah, everyone's favorite things,
Yeah.
running and garbage. I actually have always like wanted to help with like litter in a way where it doesn't look like you're doing community service, like that you're required to do with like the
Hate community
stick.
service.
And so I actually saw a Facebook video about plogging, and I like quoted it and was like, oh, I wish I could do this at Pitt. And a lot of my Pitt friends liked the video, and I said, I'm gonna do this at Pitt, and I did. So that was really fun. So I just went to the advisors, found people who wanted to join, people who surprisingly liked running and garbage. Wow, and got it started.
Like, how big is this club?
We have around like 30 members. Not every member goes to the meetings because of like different conflicts. They're bi-weekly, so it gives people the chance to do it if they can. And then we have like emails, and then we go plogging whenever we can. We'll make like an announcement. So.
Is there anything you do besides like just the plogging? Is there anything, like every week do you guys, I hear you guys give a challenge.
Yeah. So like going along with like how can I be more environmentally friendly? We'll have a bi-weekly challenge. It's my favorite thing. I love it. It's so much fun. And so it's just a small way for people to get into being more environmentally friendly. You don't have to keep doing it for the rest of the semester. But I actually had a friend who we had like a one meatless like day through the week, and she ended up being a vegetarian now, so that's really cool. She really loves it. But it's really on your own thing. So it could be using mugs instead of like plastic bottles for water. It can be the silverware thing, not using straws, but it really just depends. And it's a great way to get people acclimated. Yeah.
Why do you think people get so defensive about like helping the environment?
I feel like because it's making changes that are impacting us right now, and I don't think people really realize that. And also, there's just so much information out there, it's hard to decipher what's really going on. I feel like scientists need to be better at communicating with the general public, and I feel like people need to be more understanding. It's really easy for someone to say, you need to go vegan, or like, you need to make changes, but certain areas can't make those changes just because of like where they are, and so people need to be more eye-opening about
We love litter here.
No, but people
Thanks,
just need to
Peter.
be more conscious about how people can, depending on like where they come from and like where they are.
Okay, well, besides plugging, is there anything that you want to plug and tell people that they should be caring about if they're not into caring about the earth? Hey, after this interview, I think I'm going to start to go down to just 2 straws. So,
Woo!
yeah.
If I would say just do what makes you happy, find your passions, definitely try to be more environmentally conscious. I'm also in a show right now, Flying West, so if you're free Valentine's Day through the 24th, go check that out. But besides that, I don't really have anything else to like promote, so.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for teaching me a few things about the environment. And we'll be back with you later to play a game. But right now, next we're having Professor Chloe Hansen. So stay tuned for that. Hey, welcome back to Pitt Tonight. Our next guest is a professional in the communications department here at Pitt, and is just a really cool person. Yeah, and I really enjoyed having her as a professor last semester. So without further ado, please welcome Chloe Hansen. She's fantastic. Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you so much for doing this. I think you're so cool.
That makes me feel very comfortable. And
I know. Me telling people I like you,
Yeah.
I enjoy you, makes people feel very at ease.
Yeah, you learned that in my interpersonal class.
I learned so much in your interpersonal class, and that's where we met in class. So, so you teach interpersonal communications here at Pitt. It's super interesting. Do you want to talk about that for a second? Because I talk about it all the time.
Maybe you want to talk about it.
It's not interesting when I do. I'm just like, it's great. You should take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I teach interpersonal communication. It's not actually something that I study. I just sort of.
You're just really good at it.
Yeah, I guess. I sort of have broken it up into thinking about the self and the other and the spaces that open up in between self and other. And I make students read a bunch of weird theory.
And it's always interesting, and I always do all my readings. Why do you think it's important for people to study communication?
I think that communication is very importantly the way that we sort of construct and share our social reality. And it's the primary means through which we come to understand ourselves and other people and form connections with other people, and all of that is important.
Definitely. Just because I'm doing comedy right now. What do you think the importance of communication in comedy is? Like, what's comedy's role in like the scheme of communications, do you think?
Yeah, I think that humor can play a really important role in bringing people together and establishing common ground among people who might not otherwise have common ground or know that they have common ground. Or, yeah.
That's dope. I can follow up with other things. I'm definitely good at communications. I don't need, we'll see. Aside from teaching, you're also a grad student at Chatham, and sorry, I just got nervous. So tell me what you study there.
I am in the food studies program, the Master
That's
of
not
Arts.
communications.
No, it's not. Those are different things.
No, I got that part.
Yeah. And the department there is sort of broken up between a more hands-on agriculture side
Right.
of things, and they do a little bit of sort of hands-on applied like culinary stuff. Like you can take a class called fermentation or chocolate or stuff like that.
I love fermented food.
Yeah.
I do. Before every episode of Pitt Tonight, I go to Sushi Fuku. I get a bowl of brown rice. Then I get spicy crab on it. Then I get kimchi. Then I get seaweed. Then I get jalapeno and then avocados. And then my breath smells amazing for the entire episode. And then I brush my teeth.
After the episode?
After the episode,
Yeah,
yeah, I
okay,
just
obviously.
let it rot. I just let you can tell, right? just wafts and wafts of dirty cabbage breath. So there is, I think, when you think about it, there is a kind of inherent connection between food, which is so ceremonial, and so just a basic building block of society and communication. How do you think they intersect?
I mean, sort of like humor, food,
Right.
like you're saying, is like it's a place where people come together, brings people together. People gather around food, both on sort of the eating and consuming
Right.
side. It's an important part of every ceremony and social gathering, but also on the agriculture side of things. Like that's where people originally settled, and yeah, just sort of
Yeah.
brings people together.
Speaking of agriculture, you have experience being on a farm. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked a couple of seasons on an organic farm in upstate New York, just outside of Syracuse, and that's what really sparked my interest in food. I was sort of taking a break in the communication realm
Right.
and from academia. I wanted to do something very different, and farming is that sort of more hands-on and material and physical.
Yeah, sorry. I just real quick. Oh, God. I'm trying very hard to impress you.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
Your
thank you.
wood's working.
Wrap it up. I got what I wanted. No, so you're interested in the idea of like the good life, which is the connection between that and, you know, I am nervous, and I'm just trying to like impress you and show you that like I understood your class and that this isn't about you guys. This is fully because she was such a phenomenal professor. I'm just gonna go talk about what you like study a lot, death, and narratives around it. Let's just talk about that now.
Okay.
Take it away, Chloe.
Yeah.
No, so like, we talk a lot about like the structures of death and how we narratively talk about death in society. How do you study that?
So in addition to teaching here and
Right.
being a grad student at Chatham, I'm also working on my dissertation at Pitt.
So many great things.
Which is about death and dying and public discourses surrounding death. So as I was talking, I forgot what your question was.
You know, the funny thing was there wasn't a question. There was just a statement about, hey, death. No, so let's talk about like narratives around death. What's kind of like in 2019? How do you think we've changed from like maybe like 50 years ago in talking about death, if there has been a change?
Yeah, well, so I mean that's part of what I'm looking at is within the last 5 to 10 years, people are talking about death and dying more in sort of public discourse, and all of these different issues are coming to the fore. You know, surrounding like physician-assisted dying and the question of, you know, at what point do you stop trying to cure an illness and
Right.
when, you know, enter hospice and stuff like that.
What are the benefits of having these like conversations that are inherently not happy? Like they're just like it's not, but it's a very important conversation to have.
I mean, sort of like everything else I'm interested in, it's a way that people come together, and so like, you know, dying is scary and
Yeah.
and sad, and it's hard work, but the the best possible outcome is that a group of people come together, hopefully before, but at the very least after someone has passed, and reconstitute themselves as a community, given the loss of a member. But even before that, just broaching the one thing that every single living thing on the planet has in common, it can be a very scary conversation to have, but also brings people closer together.
Yeah. But in that, what are things that make it easier to broach these topics that are just scary? Like a what's an icebreaker to talk about death with your family? Come on, we've all had those talks.
I think just.
I'll answer my question. No, there was something that I remember we was talking a lot about class that I found so beautiful, but the idea of that life is temporal and that everything exists in this space that for now, God, I'm trying so hard to impress you. I'm sure that makes you feel very comfortable when we keep reiterating that I'm trying to impress you. And I'm gonna have to wrap up this interview in a bit, so this is just going so well. No, it is, I think. So death being this temporal concept, thoughts?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
No, I mean, I think that we all sort of have a narrative of our lives, and we like to, we're all at least affiliated with college and school, which is like a delayed, we're all planning for the future. We're doing stuff so that we can have X, Y, and Z in the future. And it is important to think about death because it is the ending, and it can happen at any moment, which is terrifying.
It
and
is.
You can't think about that all the time, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get anything done.
Right.
But sort of lightly being aware of that it's always a possibility, I think can sort of enhance your appreciation of the moment, and make you appreciate the human beings that are in your life now more.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me ramble at you about that. I think I will take you up on that. But next, Chloe, Sydney are going to play a game of trivia about Pitt. Let's see what you can answer after the break. Thank you. Welcome back to Pitt Tonight. Now, Chloe and Sydney are going to compete in a test of their Pitt knowledge. Do you guys feel like you know Pitt well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you guys, what makes you qualify for this, Sydney? Do you feel like, what's your upper hand?
Well, I'm a Pathfinder, so we have to know some stuff, yeah. Yeah, and I live here, so.
Okay, let's not get too cocky.
We'll see.
Are you a Pathfinder too?
No, I cannot compete with that.
Okay.
She's gonna win.
We'll see.
But I'm gonna try.
Okay. Well, let's bring up our first question. Now, Pitt's mascot is the panther. Yes, we all know it. Now, this is a very interesting panther, but still a panther nonetheless. You guys know that the Pitt's mascot's a panther. Now, on a yearly basis, how many people get mauled to death by panthers?
7.
5.
No, incorrect. It's 35. But mainly, it's people who maul panthers to death.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. Now, let's go to our next question. The Cathedral Learning is the second tallest building in Pittsburgh. Who's the second tallest person at Pitt?
I feel like Dean Bonner's pretty tall.
Yo, he's freakishly tall. No, she's right on this one, Chloe, sorry. Point for Sydney. In 1942, Johannes Salk invented the world's first polio vaccine right here at the University of Pittsburgh. Should I vaccinate my kids?
Yes.
Yes?
I'll think about it. Pitt's a very good university, and it's one of the better ones in Pennsylvania. Do you think my dad's proud of me?
If you have to ask, probably not, but I'm sure he is. He definitely is super proud of you.
Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. I can take a joke. Speaking of other peoples whose dads were probably proud of them, Andy Warhol. He was buried in Pittsburgh, and every month someone leaves a can of tomato soup on his grave. What kind of soup would you leave on my grave?
Cold chicken noodle. Cold.
Damn it.
Hot chicken noodle.
Just leave chickens there. Yeah, bringing it back. Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, I'm not. I mean every word of it. Two Pittsburghers have had Astros named after them. Which person from Pittsburgh do you think killed all the dinosaurs?
Ben Roethlisberger. Is he from here? I don't know.
I mean, you have no answer right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No clue.
Sorry, Ben, we're calling you out. You know, Pittsburgh's known for many things, but I think we can all agree Pittsburgh's pretty known for its bridges. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, we love bridges. Give it up for bridges. When I say bruh, you say zzz, bruh, bruh. Excellent. What are you known for?
Puns. And picking up trash.
Nobody knows me.
Fair enough. So there's so many movies filmed in Pittsburgh, right? There's so much cinema. Perks of Being a Wallflower was filmed in Pittsburgh. Did you like it? I didn't like it. I just couldn't get into it. Did you find it compelling?
I didn't see it. I haven't seen it.
Bad movie. No. Now, Pittsburgh is famous for putting fries on sandwiches, salads, and just too many things. What's the most overrated gross thing about you? Just picking up trash. The answer is that you like
Yeah,
picking up trash.
trash.
Okay. Is that it? Do we have one more? Now, calm down. Pitt has colors, like for school pride. Are they black and blue or gold and white? Look at it.
Black and blue.
It's black and blue.
Okay, well. Audience, what do you think? Oh, wow, great. Super interested, super current. I love it. Up next, we're going to have a musical performance from Bomont. Stay right there, because we'll be back with Bomont. Thank you so much, and welcome back to Pitt Tonight. Please put your hands together for the up-and-coming South Oakland band, Bomont. Take it away. Do it, guys. Do it.
Gotta get out of this place. One more second and I'll regret it. Yes, I'm sure that I can't stay, but as a host, you've been oh so lovely. I just need to handle some things alone. Trying hard to internalize your message and then let go, but it just won't happen. It just won't happen. It'll never happen. Caught off guard by your reaction. Wasn't expecting you to have so much to say to me, but you kept on lashing out. All it could do was retreat. Stumbled back to my car and it tripped in the snow. Rubbed my sleeve on the fogged up window. But all I see is snow, so I decided to go. That was some act, though. I guess it's one for the show. Finally in a safe place, till my mind wanders off and I can't remember kept it on because I don't like change. Grab my phone and know what to do. Find your name in my contacts and wait for a dial tone, but I quickly end it. Wrote a text, won't send it. Cannot comprehend it. Let's have another interaction. Listen up, I have some things I've got to say. I'm not sorry for my recent actions. I made all of the points that I intended to make. If you disagree, well then there's the door. But if it's something deeper, then let me know. We can figure this out, I won't just let it go. A tear hits the floor, I guess that one's for show. I wanna let go. I can't let go because of one for the show. Sitting in some Center City pub, lying to us is about love, and you and I know the truth. They're just a couple troubled youth. See, I think I'm some night kid. I don't know what the hell I did. It's nothing, and now am I the worst? She has to numb my emotions first. All the things I used to pray for, didn't know I could ask for much more. Blue eyes, you have gone and fooled me. Didn't know you thought I was not sure. What you say doesn't fade. I'm in your birthright Cadillac. Listen to some building tracks. I give love, you give sighs. Leads me to wonder why. All the things I used to pray for, didn't know I'd ask for much more. Blue eyes, you have gone and fooled me. Didn't know you thought I was a chore. What you say doesn't fade. I try to crack a joke or two. You scream like hell, it hurts like you do. Why did you even come back here? It was fine till you crawled in my ear. All the things I used to pray for, didn't know I could ask for much more. Blue eyes, you have gone and fooled me. Didn't know you thought I was a chore. What you say doesn't fade.
Oh my God, thank you guys so much. Thank you to all our guests, Sydney, Chloe, Beaumont, and all of you for coming out. But also just a quick happy birthday to Patrick. He's one of our marketing people and in writing, and to Sam on bass. And yeah, so happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to Pitt tonight. Happy birthday to all of you. And thank you so much for coming out, and have a great night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.